Hey guys, welcome to PCube, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians.
Today's song is a request from one of our supporters on Buy Me a Coffee. This is from David P. And he requested another Boston. This is Foreplay, Long Time. So thank you, David, for your support and for your song request. We couldn't find any good live versions or even any official music video. So we're going to do the official audio. That's what he sent us. So that's totally fine. I have a feeling that it's like a two-section song because of the name. Like it's like foreplay / long time, so it's kind of like two movements, if that makes sense. But I'm interested to see how this like pans out, like if it's like they're connected at all or whatever. We'll see. I honestly have no idea. And we listened to, I think, two other Boston songs that they're so cool. I can put the link here for those if you guys want to go check them out. And we cannot wait to explore them more. Okay, let's pause here. I don't know if that's the end of the first song or not, or the first movement or whatever, but it felt like a cadence. And honestly, the cadence of it, the last few notes felt like a classical piece, like a baroque piece. Like, did you see the resolutions in the harmony?
Yeah. Exactly. I just wanted to say the last part that you paused, I could really just imagine it's an organ in the church,
Yeah.
and it's just like da, da, and the piece, it was completely like that. It had this exact like feeling. But before that, the whole part, it's crazy how synced they are. And I can really imagine that they put the metronome and they were like like that. It's one of the parts that if you have it in a piece or in a chamber music, it's that part that you have to really put the metronome in the sub beats, and you're like, like that, like that. And then it's I can really imagine how they practice this. But it was so crazy good synced, especially with the uh, small things that and the fast beats that the drums was making. And also I really loved that at some parts the drums was making a little bigger rhythms, not just these small fast things. And it felt really like something cool is happening, and something a little like you can breathe a little, and then again this like that.
The sequences in the first section, like up until we listened, really reminded me of Baroque music, and also the fact that they used organ. But also there were some moments that I think there was a piano, honestly, but I couldn't tell. Maybe it was also like a synthesizer, or maybe even a big bass, not bass guitar.
I think it was
like a double bass,
guitar.
and the bass notes that the patterns that was going in the bass line, it also could be like a jazz band, like boom 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 boom, kind of like the pattern that it was going up and down. So it was interesting to hear all these influences. I don't know what they had in mind when doing that. Also, I love this cover. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know, do you see the buildings here? Is that Boston, the city?
Yeah.
I've never been there. Also, I don't know if that represents downtown Boston or something. But anyway, so now I have no idea. I think we are in the second section, or maybe not. But anyway, let's go back a little and listen to the transition. I feel like that was, I love the transition so much, because it really felt like we are in this space. We are very suspended. Like, it reminded me of the movies when you see that people are like just suspended in the space.
Yeah.
And there's no gravity. And then it felt like we are just transcending into like a different dimension. For example, coming to the earth, or coming to, I don't know, a different planet. But that when the guitar started playing, that was such a cool transition. And I'm pretty sure that was a transition between the two sections, because he started singing long time. So that was such a different character, like the two sections.
Yeah, exactly. And I love this I don't know, for me the whole song, the second part that a singer came, which by the way, I was, as he started singing, I was like, oh, I even didn't realize that the first part was completely instrumental, because I didn't thought that there is something missing, or I wasn't waiting for the singer to come. uh, but the second part with the singer, it was such a perfect like, not conflict, but the difference for me between the, it's like it was like a more futuristic music, and then old music, you know, the part that suddenly the guitar acoustic came and the music was just empty and the people were just, you know, clapping. It was just a clapping sound, and the guitar acoustic, and the sound of the singer. And then as the music started back to, you know, the it was before, I was like, wow, that was such a cool feeling to hear this, I don't know, woodiness of this, like it felt like, the with the guitar acoustic, felt like not country music, but like a little like older, old-fashioned music, and like all their material and wood instrument, I don't know how to say it. Yeah, and then as the music with the a little electronic instrument started, it was showing this perfect contrast of how the music was with the wooden instruments back then, the old music, and now how it's a little like more new music. I don't know, it felt like this contrast to me.
That was actually very cool, the contrast. I agree. So let's see what happens next.
Again.
Well, I'm taking my time. I'm just moving on. You'll forget about me after I've been gone. And I take what I find. I don't run no more. It's just outside of your front door. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's been such a long time. It's been such a long time.
Even the backing vocals in this older part were like, I don't know, it gave like this old music kind of vibe, like the Queen times, or in that time they used more often this kind of massive backing vocals in the music. And also, I don't know if I'm hallucinating and I just hear it in my mind, or it really was that the singer even purposely chose the voice color of really like the country southern, I don't know, this kind of music, when it was like with the acoustic guitar, and also a little like more, I don't know, electrical sound as he was singing the other parts. I mean, the color of the sound of the singer was also changing with these two kind of parts.
Yeah, that is true. I love that when he, the guitar solo started, he was saying it's been a long time, and then he said it's been a long time, and then the guitar kind of like imitated the same thing. He played the motif, and then the second time he just stretched the solo and then went on like the groove of the guitar solo. I love that the guitar kind of like the moment that it's like started playing and shining, it kind of felt like a second singer, as most of the time I feel like we talk about that, but it really felt like that because it felt like it's responding to the singer. And even though when the singer came back, he was still not the he, but I mean the guitar melody was in the background and he could still hear some counterpoints with it. So but I think that kind of like is maybe the similarity between the second song and the first song as well, because even though they kind of had different characters, but I think the layering of it, and then the fact that they were all like so many things happening, and the fact that there was like a lot of counterpoint, like so many layers of independent melody happening at the same time in different instruments and singer, that was kind of similar, because in the first part you could also hear that. So it was very like complex, but in a very good way, because it was like I'm sure there's so many things that we missed in the first listen. So every time that you listen, I'm sure there's like new things for you to explore. And I mean, I don't know if the visuals would sometimes help for me, like if I see like there's like these many instruments that are playing, but at the same time, if there's like too much, they might take away from the whole experience. So maybe it's a good thing that we listen to the audio first, and then we can go watch the live ones for ourselves and kind of compare that.
Yeah, and speaking of the layers, I don't know if, I mean, I'm sure you're a bassline person, but I was listening to the bass, like a guitar bass part. It was playing such a different line as the whole music and the whole instrument. It was so, at some point, some of the parts was so fast and so playful, and it was playing completely different lines. And I was like, okay, when I listened to it, I'm like, oh, so interesting and so up and down and so different with the music. But when I wasn't like actively listen to the or trying to listen to the bass line, I couldn't even hear it like, oh, okay, this is completely a different line. But I could feel the, you know, how it's not like you actively hear it, but it adds a very cool like layer and the whole vibe to the
that
song.
is true. That was such a different thing. Maybe we don't know Boston like that many of their songs, so that was a surprise for us, but we're still like trying to explore them more. So let us know what other songs you want us to listen to. We thoroughly enjoyed this one, though. I really enjoyed the two characters, the little of more than a complexity, especially compared to the other song that we listened to, More Than a Feeling. That was so beautiful. There are so many things to talk about that song, but this song, I feel like it felt like more layered and complex, and I really enjoyed that, to kind of like decipher different things in the song. So if you guys have any other suggestions from this band, please let us know. We would be happy to hear from you. And thank you again, David, for suggesting this song. Thank you guys for watching us. We hope you enjoyed it as well. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. If you want to support us more, there is a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. We'll see you guys tomorrow with our next video. Bye!
Bye!